How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Chelsea Handler versus 50 Cent. Now, I know, celebrity drama, who cares? This really does matter because Chelsea Handler has 8 million followers on the Twitters. And if you don't know who that is, she's a comedian, I suppose, and she had a late night talk show. Not sure if she still has it, but she is a very well known person. And 50 Cent, of course, I've already covered him. You're talking about a media mogul, a rapper who has recently come out in favor of Donald Trump. The liberal establishment does not like that at all. And Chelsea Handler made that very clear on Jimmy Fallon's late night show. Now, before I go any further, let's roll the clip from Fallon's show. In this clip, you'll see Chelsea Handler's reaction and demand that she made of 50 Cent to stop trying to support Trump and everything else. After we get done watching that, I'll talk about what she said, her demand, her racism. Then I give you the rest of my 2 cents, my deep detail analysis, and then I wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
You heard about my ex-boyfriend, right? 50 Cent and his support of Donald Trump.
Yeah,
How
what's
he
going on
tweeted
between
about
you?
it?
I saw your tweets and I go, wait, what's happening? Because you said he was your favorite ex-boyfriend, and then what does he do? He's supporting Trump?
He says he doesn't want to pay 62% of taxes, which, by the way, isn't a plan of Joe Biden's. That's a lie. So he doesn't want to pay 62% of taxes because he doesn't want to go from being 50 cent to 20 cent. And I had to remind him that he was a black person, so he can't vote for Donald Trump, and that he shouldn't be influencing an entire swath of people who may listen to him because he's worried about his own personal pocketbook. So I haven't heard back from him yet, but I am willing to, seal the deal in more ways than one if he changes his mind and publicly denounces Donald Trump. I might be willing to go for another spin, if you know what I'm talking about.
All right, so you saw that, you heard that. Now, if that's not racism, then I don't know what is. If that's not racist, then I've never seen anyone that is racist. All right, I hear the R word thrown around a lot at just things that don't make any sense. Somebody can say, "Oh, you have pretty hair." Oh, you're racist. Nah, that's not racist. I give you a compliment. But this, by saying, "Hey, I have to remind you that you're black." First of all, you got a random white liberal just trying to tell a black person that they're black. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for reminding me, Miss White Lady, that I am black. I appreciate you. I don't get up every day for the past 36 years, look in the mirror and see that I'm black. So thanks for the reminder. I needed that. But beyond the whole, how to tell you that you're black as a white person, it's you're black, so you can't vote for Trump. Just plain and simple. You're black. You cannot vote for Trump. And you know what? This is the mentality of a lot of liberals. I won't say the majority. I can't really tell you how many liberals feel this way. I will presume that most people aren't racist. But I will tell you this. There are plenty of racist liberals. The most vocal ones that are outspoken and say that they're against racism and they support black people, Black Lives Matter. As a matter of fact, when Chelsea Handler and 50 Cent were doing a back and forth Twitter thing before the Fallon interview, one of her tweets to him was Black Lives Matter. Remember? Just trying to convince him that voting for Biden would be the best thing over Donald Trump. Okay. And then also on some of those tweets, she was trying to convince him to vote for Biden by saying, I'll pay for your taxes. I'll take care of whatever kind of tax thing you got going on. And then she offered him a little something else in the Fallon interview, which is pretty gross, but I digress. The whole point is that she wants to be this white savior, this white person that is superior to 50 Cent. Sounds kind of familiar. You're a white person. You can control everything a black person does. You feel superior to him because of who you are and your skin color. So what's going on with that? Okay. The left, the extremists on the left, not everybody on the left, because I got to be fair. The leftist extremists, which is pretty much the majority of the politicians that are out there, in my humble opinion, they want to talk about all this white supremacy stuff. They want to have Donald Trump answer the question over and over again. Do you denounce white supremacy? Do you denounce the Klan? Do you denounce X, Y, and Z random white group? But they don't look at themselves and question themselves. Okay, they don't talk about the racism within their own party from a Chelsea Handler like person. And when I say a Chelsea Handler like person, I'm referring to Joe Biden. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. He said that on the Breakfast Club, which is a black show, in front of Charlemagne the God. Okay, Charlemagne asking the questions about, black this, black that, black 80, black, black. And he's like, look, man, I ain't got no time for that. Check it out. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. How about that? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I don't want to answer no more questions. That's what I heard. I added the whole thing about the pipe and the smoke, but that's kind of what I heard when you got a guy that is saying, hey, vote for me, you ain't black. That's what's going on. Chelsea Handler, same thing. You cannot vote for Trump because you're black. You can't vote Trump. So you got a white person demanding that a black person vote a certain way because of the race. But it'd be this very same white person that will call another white person racist for voting for Trump, who never said anything like that. It's weird that you got all these people trying to call Trump a racist that get found out to be racist themselves. A guy like Joe Biden, vote for me, you ain't black. I know all about living in Wilmington and black people. I know roaches, I got hairy legs, poor kids, that's the smartest white kids. Okay, super predators, all these comments throughout the years, from years and years ago to recently, like this year, 2020, and you got a 77-year-old man, he's not going to all of a sudden change, okay? You've been in office since, 1973? That's older than me. 1973, my parents were still kids, all right? My mom was still playing with Barbie dolls and stuff like that right around that time. He's been in office since then, and you're going to vote for him, and he's going to miraculously become a different person. How? It makes no sense. He's about to be dead. So you're still going to be waiting for him to become a different guy when he's dead in the ground. Oh, it's going to change. He dead now, like there's no room for any kind of improvement, but I'm going down the rabbit hole, so I digress. The whole point is that a lot of these lefties, these extremists that talk about Black Lives Matter, and I'm anti-racist, and I support the black community, all this and that, are the most racist people. They don't want to live around black folks. If you are a black person that thinks differently than they do, they want to attack you for it. You ain't black. You black. You can't vote for Trump. That's what's going on. Chelsea Handler, I think she had a black boyfriend back in the day that had been locked up, and she did like a whole special about him. So she kind of exploited him really because, it's just like this whole thing. Okay, I'm not racist. I had a black boyfriend back in the day, and he was in trouble and he was in jail. It's like, is that how you view us? All right, we got to be in trouble. We got to be in jail. We got to get shot, locked up, all this and that to be a real black person. So that's kind of what I'm feeling from a lot of these people. And that's part of the reason why I left the left. Who wants to be put into that category of you got to be a gangbanger or criminal or something like that? And then when I go out here and gangbang and shoot somebody or get shot myself, then you want to have this whole heartfelt thing talking about Black Lives Matter. It's crazy how a lot of these liberals don't really care about black people, especially not black men, until they mess around and die. All right. If you just want to be a normal person, a successful person with a wife and kids, and you go to work every day, you work hard, you're a hardworking American paying taxes, you have no real use. Okay. And if you want to be conservative, forget about it. All right. You black, you can't do that. All right. If you don't vote black, you ain't black. That's what they'll do. But the moment you get popped, you could be a crackhead, you could be a gangbanger, you could be a jack boy, you could be a general home invader or robber or whatever. You must run and get shot by a white person and or the police. All of a sudden, oh, Black Lives Matter, I loved him, he was the best, he turned his life around. You're advocating for the least of us while ignoring, disrespecting, and ostracizing the best of us. So it's like, what do you really want? Do you really want to see black folks succeed, or do you want to see us just in a kind of low state to where you're able to feel like you're good and you can feel like you are doing something positive for yourself? All right. And my last point before I wrap it on up, put the bow on the top. I get accused all the time from black liberals and white liberals, which is funny, that I'm trying to, cape for the white man. How can that be so when Chelsea Handler is not even necessarily uncommon? Okay, I get comments like that all day on my YouTube and my email, everything else from white people saying that I'm an Uncle Tom, I'm a coon, I'm a sellout, I'm a shoe shiner, I'm a bootlicker, I'm an Oreo, I'm a moon pie. I guess whatever kind of color on the outside, white on the inside. They focus so much on race and they have everything wrapped up in racial identity, and they will attack you if you don't fit into their particular category. All the while they screech, Black Lives Matter, hands up, don't shoot. If Black Lives Matter, then I can't tell. All right. And if Black lives do matter, then let them matter all the time, not just when I get shot or I get hurt or I'm a quote unquote victim of racism. Let it matter when I'm making my own decision. I want to vote Trump. I should be able to do that without you trying to tell me that I'm not black and I'm black and I can't do it. All right. If I want to vote Biden, that's fine too. Let me be an individual person and a free thinker. How about that? All right. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that Chelsea Handler's view of black folks and how they vote, whether for Trump or Biden, is that common? Is it uncommon? Let me know in the comments below. How do you feel about my assertion? Am I on point? Am I off point? Did I miss anything? You guys let me know in the comments below. And you all should know where I'm at with it. I'm not a fan of Chelsea Handler or these extremists, white liberals, black liberals, green liberals, blue liberals. I don't care if you black, white, Puerto Rican, candy stripe. If you're racist, you're racist. And I don't use that word just randomly and haphazardly. But it's safe to say that if someone says, hey, you are X, Y, and Z color, that means you cannot vote for X, Y, and Z candidate. That's racist. All right. I don't care what color is there or what candidate is there. Like if somebody said you're black, you can't vote for Biden. That's racist too. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for. I'm going to talk about the specific policies. Have a debate on that. Don't let it be just, oh, you're a particular color, then don't vote for them. Tell me why I shouldn't vote for them. And then we can have a conversation. If it's all about race and all this and that, that's just racism. And I think that the so-called progressives would like to progress beyond that point. But I'm having a real hard time being able to tell what's going on. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.